Nails, fails and some prevails by Polish Blissfully. Hi guys, welcome back. Today we're going to be working on this Aztec design, complete with a dream catcher and some bling. So if you want to see how I completed this look, just stay tuned. So as always, I'm going to leave the links and the names for all the products that I use in the description box below. So if you want to know where you could pick up any of these polishes, be sure to check that out. So let's get into the tutorial. So as always, I'm going to start by applying a base coat, and this time I'm using unpeel off base coat. I'm going to apply this to all the nails and allow that to dry completely before moving on to the next step. We're then going to apply some Simply Peel around just the middle finger and the ring finger, and this is just going to help with easier cleanup because we are going to be doing a gradient, and as you know, gradients get hella messy. Then again, just to the middle and ring fingers, we're going to apply a nice liberal coat of white nail polish, and the one I'm using is Wedding Gum White by Glisten&glow. We're then going to paint the pinky with Picture Polish Instinct, and I did 2 coats of this, allowing each coat to dry in between. We're also going to do the same with the pointer finger and thumb, but this time we're going to use Picture Polish Fairy Floss, which is just a gorgeous baby pink. Then for the radial gradient, we're going to start by using the white polish, and we're just going to put a dot of that in the middle. We're then going to take the pink polish and we're going to draw a circle around that white dot. Then taking Picture Polish Instinct, we're going to draw a bigger circle just around that pink. And now you also have to remember, guys, that you don't always have to keep adding more polish onto the sponge. What I like to do is, and you'll just see here, is I'll dab the first layer onto the first finger and then I'll use the excess for the second finger. So it saves on some product as well. And we're just going to keep doing that until you're happy with the opacity. I ended up doing about 3 coats. And as you can see, it's nice and opaque. So now I'm just going to chop the wet part of the sponge off, and I'll use the rest of that sponge for another gradient at a later date. And that's just a great way of saving on lots of sponges. And now we're just removing the liquid latex, and we're going to use some acetone and a cleanup brush to clean up any excess polish from around the cuticles. We're then going to add a fast dry top coat to all of the nails and allow that to dry completely before moving on to the next step. So for the Aztec stamping, we're going to be using this Born Pretty stamping plate, and it's BPL 010. And we're going to be using like the triangle design, some white Mundudiana stamping polish, my clear cut stamper from Nail-Artisan, and also a scraper from Nail-Artisan. So we're going to pick up that image and we're going to do a little bit of cleanup just using the scraper. And I kind of went out of focus here, so I'm sorry, but I just clean up around the stamp. And then once I'm happy with the position, I'm just going to stamp that directly onto the nail. And we're going to do that with both nails. Then we're going to take the same stamping plate, but this time the little dream catcher at the bottom, and we're going to use the same pink polish, which is Fairy Floss by Picture Polish, a small detail brush, and we're just going to fill in the feathers at the bottom of the dream catcher and add some random dots into the middle for a little bit of extra dimension. Now you can see that I'm just cleaning up around the stamping, and normally I would use tape, but I couldn't actually find the tape. Everything seems to vanish when I'm sitting down. So I just used some acetone and went around the cuticle area and tidied up any excess polish that was there. And then once it's all cleaned up, this is what the nails look like so far. And as you can see, you could definitely wear that on its own at the moment, but you know me guys, I have to add bling on everything. So I'm going to start by adding some picture polish glitter ball to the pointer finger, and the dream catcher, once it's dry, we're going to add that to the pinky. Then once I've stamped that image onto the nail, I'm just going to take some acetone and my cleanup brush, and I'm just going to clean up around that decal. The next step is to take picture polish matte top coat, and we're just going to add this to all of the nails, and then we've got to let that dry before moving on to the next step. Then for a little bit of bling, I'm going to be using NSI Polybond, my crystal katana, and some clear crystals in various sizes, and we're just going to do a little bit of decoration on the pointer finger. And I'm also going to put a little crystal onto the middle of the dream catcher for the pinky as well. So there's no rhyme or reason to this, I just basically try to fill in the top half of my nail with various size crystals, and that's it. What I like to do with these is I like to let the crystals sit, and that way, like, because the NSI Polybond I found does take a little bit to dry, so if you don't move and leave them to sit, it will settle. And that's it for this design. As you can see, I painted the finger with the same two polishes, but I did some polka dots, and that's it. I really hope you enjoyed this one, guys. Thank you so much for watching. See you next time. Bye!